Arizona Diamondbacks notes Lovullo mulls options for heart of lineup meets Kevin Costner. For the past few seasons, Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo has made changes to the top few spots in his batting order, riding with certain guys in different spots for various amounts of time. One thing that did not change was the cleanup spot, which, since the start of the 2022 season, had been occupied almost exclusively by slugger Christian Walker. But with Walker having signed with the Houston Astros over the offseason, Lovullo has some decisions to make in the heart of his batting order, and he sounds open to rethinking the way he'll build the lineup on a nightly basis. More than likely, Lovullo will stick with Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte in the top two spots. In years past, he has flip-flopped them depending on the matchup, with Marte leading off against lefties and Carroll against righties. After that is where the questions begin, though it seems relatively clear who the top candidates are for the 3 through 5 spots. To this point in spring training, Lovullo has most often used left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. or first baseman Josh Naylor in the number 3 hole with third baseman Eugenio Suarez in the cleanup spot. Then again, Lovullo has not yet rolled out his anticipated opening day lineup, something he suggested might take place on Wednesday versus the San Francisco Giants. Perhaps that lineup will provide clues about what he will do once the season begins. Lovullo said Monday he is considering being more willing to juggle his batting order daily. "I might be a little more fluid with matching up," Lovullo said. "There were times I was reluctant when Christian got into a little bit of a funk, and every hitter does. I was reluctant to move him out of the 4 hole. I might be a little more fluid and make some more lineup adjustments in that space with that mindset. I don't know yet." It's a good question. Jordan Montgomery faces hitters in live session. Left-hander Jordan Montgomery faced hitters Monday for the first time in spring training, throwing at least 25 pitches to Pavin and Aramis Garcia on a field at the team's Salt River Fields complex. Montgomery has not yet appeared in a Cactus League game because of a left index finger injury suffered before camp. Lovullo said Montgomery, one of a presumed 7 starting pitchers competing to be in the 5-man rotation, threw some good breaking balls and came away feeling good about the outing. Lovullo said Montgomery will pitch next on Saturday, though the club had yet to determine if he will throw another live session or make his Cactus League debut. In other player injury news, outfielder Carroll, who is dealing with back tightness, had Monday off as scheduled and will join the entire team in taking Tuesday off from baseball activities. He is receiving treatment and has not been sent for imaging, Lovullo said. Carroll will be re-evaluated Wednesday and is day-to-day, Lovullo said. Right-hander Kendall Graveman is dealing with mid-back tightness, and though an MRI did not reveal anything serious, he will step away to recuperate, Lovullo said. His availability for opening day is not clear. Corbin Burns' velocity almost in mid-season form. Right-hander Corbin Burns averaged 94.2 miles per hour with his cutter and 95.9 with his sinker on Monday, leaving him only a tick off last year's averages for both pitches. Moreover, he topped out close to 97 miles per hour with both. He said his velocity was a topic of conversation with pitching coach Brian Kaplan after his outing. "That's probably the highest it's been at this point in spring training in a couple of years," Burns said. "Not sure why. Could just be the few mechanical things that we've been cleaning up and the velocity is ticking up a little bit. It's definitely early in camp for it to be that high. I'm not going to complain. Everything feels good, and mechanically we feel pretty clean." Lovullo meets actor Kevin Costner. Prior to Saturday's game, Lovullo met actor Kevin Costner, famous in part for his performances in a number of baseball-themed movies. Lovullo said he was working with players on a field at the complex when Costner approached, and minutes later the two were having a conversation. "It's the voice, and now it's in front of you talking to you," Lovullo said of Costner. "I've got one of the coolest jobs in baseball. The way it was shaped to me is that he wanted to meet me, and I'm like, does he know that I'm Torey Lovullo and not Tony La Russa? That other Italian guy. But it was great. I spent some good time with him. I thanked him for all the films and great acting that he's done, particularly the baseball movies. And the way that I watch the movie is I feel like I'm watching a baseball player. I'm not watching an actor trying to play baseball."